Chris with HobbyKing.com, and today's daily might not seem like it's that big of an item, but trust me, for multi-rotor users as well as helis with flybarless units, this is an amazing, quick little idea, and it's going to be one of those like, why didn't we think of it sooner type of deals. Now, these are just male-to-male servo extensions. Some people call them female-to-female, depending on if you look at it as the pin on the outside or the outside. Regardless, what it's designed for is to go from a receiver to a flight controller or a flybarless unit or even an OSD, anything that needs to have a connection that plugs into one to the other. Now, the cool thing about this is that we designed it so that one of the leads has your standard 3 connections onto that, which will provide a signal for one of the channels as well as common power and ground. Now, the rest of the channels will only be providing individual inputs for your inputs or outputs for each additional channel. So you just connect those or plug those into your receiver as far as the individual channels. Now, what's really interesting about this is obviously you can go channel 1 to channel 3 over here by just switching their order. But the huge biggest benefit to this is, especially if you're looking at multi-rotor where you've got 8 channels that are going PWM and you're not utilizing CPPM or S-bus in, you've got this mass of wires that are going over to the flybarless controller unit or the flight controller for the multi-rotors. And the problem is some of those wires looms are getting so big and ginormous that even the best vibration isolation that you do on the flight controller itself, as the wires come over to the flight controller, it's transmitting some of that vibration with it. Not to mention all the wiring, the looms, the mess that is related to that as well. So now we've got it broke down to a nice, clean, ribbon-style looking cable that breaks it down to individual signals on this. Now, we designed this to handle 8 channels, which is the majority of flight controllers as far as that is concerned. So you just put one in upright and the rest on in to your receiver. And then on the flight controller side, same thing, upright, so you can provide power back and forth between the receiver and the flight controller, as well as your individual channels there. Now, say you're only utilizing 5 instead of 8 channels. What's really cool on this style of wire, you just peel off and just pull apart and strip off the ones you don't use. So even though it's set up for 8, don't think about it as far as that is concerned. If you're only using 6 channels, strip off the ones from the end that you're not using. You're gonna have the most cleanest, nicest install available for those options. So it is a great product. Now we're gonna have 2 available. If we just come right on down here, we've just got 2 separate lengths on that. So in millimeters, the first one is coming right at about 170 millimeters in length. And the other one is about 130 millimeters in length. So that's going to let you optimize the cable length as well. So not only are you reducing your number of cables and then making it in a real nice ribbon style cable, the length as well, you won't have to double it over and zip tie it on down. Awesome product, guys. Definitely check it out. Makes for a really nice clean install. It's up on the new items page, and as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.